conference was created as part of a 5-year grant that the Center for Women's and Gender Studies received from the Embrey Family Foundation that created the Embrey Women's Human Rights Initiative at the center. And part of that grant was to create a biennial international women's human rights conference. 2 years before the conference, we started having meetings, and we brought together staff, faculty, and community organizers. And really what I wanted to hear from people as the project director for the grant was what kind of a conference would they want to see and would really feed their interests and be of use to them. We said we would both give seed money. We had $250 of seed money to give to these partnerships and shape the conference around those 3 partnerships.
From the beginning, we didn't want it to be like a straight academic conference where people come, read their papers, and leave, and don't have much opportunity to connect with other people at the conference who might be doing similar work to them.
We wanted to really reflect on what's happening in our communities, what kinds of injustices are we seeing and participating in here, how can we take action, and how can we build collaborations with people who are taking action in their own communities, right? Both here in Austin, Texas, in the US, and internationally. So we wanted to get at that and really think about the kind of gender and racial justice work that each of our collaborators is doing, and then to articulate that as the kind of human rights work we want to see more of. It was definitely powerful to have people using Spanish and also Portuguese somewhat in the conference, and to build dialogue through the incredible work of the translators, who also, with the work of Andrea Zarate, had created a social justice translation practice.
We have lots of speakers from Mexico, other parts of Latin America, and then we also had English speakers, so we wanted the space to be bilingual so that people could communicate and there wouldn't be a language barrier for anyone.
The speakers were really diverse and from a lot of different places, a lot of different perspectives, and a lot of different ways of expressing themselves. Like you had rappers or like artists and people who were working on like prison reform, and people who were focusing their attention on education.
We helped organize a panel on women in hip hop. And we also had a hip-hop show. There was also an artist who is a graph artist out in New York named Two Fly, who is an amazing artist, and she did some live art for us during the show. And everyone, I think, really, really enjoyed that piece because she started off with a blank canvas, and by the end, it was this beautiful woman with a big belly.
Altogether, it was a really solid lineup, and I think everyone who participated as well as who attended the show could feel that energy and that strength that all the performers brought with them. Just seeing so many women of color on stage talking about hip-hop and organizing and their own personal experience is not something you witness at an academic conference, at least. And then to have that segue into them doing the actual practice of hip-hop and the performance of it, I think was really exciting to see them make those connections, talking about their own personal lives and bringing that onto the stage. Honestly, trying to bridge that gap between the university and the surrounding communities is really important, and I think the fact that this conference was able to engage so many people outside the university and to build these core partnerships that allowed people who might not normally have the opportunity to come into a space like this to be able to share their stories was very important. I hope that more conferences at the university sort of take a cue from that.